Hello, Yosemite Church. Here we are Friday for our final devotional of the week. And I just wanted to thank you all for participating in this prayer journey. Each day we've given ourselves a different prayer to focus on and think on. I especially want to express my gratitude to Pastor Stephen for jumping in and yesterday sharing this heartwarming prayer that he wrote for his daughter. Today, we're going to pray a prayer that comes from the common book of prayer. And it's a general prayer of thanksgiving. This is perhaps one of the most famous prayers that comes from the common book of prayer for the topic of thanksgiving. But in this, it allows us the opportunity to sit at the end of our week, consider all that the Lord has done for us, and be thankful. Some of you might have experienced whole new ways to encounter God this week by praying prayers that others have prayed going forward. Some of you have probably wrestled with the validity of some of these prayers in the sense of, I don't know how to put that into practice. I don't know how to take somebody else's words and pray them for myself. And that struggle is a real one that I encourage you to continue to struggle through, continue to wrestle with, because at the other end of that is such a wonderful growth. But for today, the prayer of thanksgiving is, if you have anything in your life that you want to be thankful for, even if you felt like you didn't get much out of this week's prayer practices, there is plenty to be thankful for. Then for those of you who have gone on this journey of prayer and have come out the other side, truly wondering on, wow, this may have changed who I am and how I partake in communication with the Almighty Father. That's what prayer is, right? To communicate with the Lord on high. What we want to do then is to take this thanksgiving, take this prayer, and submit it to the Lord to seal all that He has done this week, even if we are not aware of anything that came from it, any positive fruit that came from it. We want to practice thanksgiving. And so let me read for you all this prayer. And again, as always, pray with pen in hand if you can, and take time to consider, sit in silence, and wrestle with the words that come before us, to really make sure that we can say amen, which all that means is I stand in agreement with. And so here is our prayer for the day. Accept, O Lord, our thanks and praise for all that you have done for us. We thank you for the splendor of the whole creation, for the beauty of this world, for the wonder of life, and for the mystery of love. We thank you for the blessing of family and friends, and for the loving care which surrounds us on every side. We thank you for setting us at tasks which demand our best efforts, and for leading us to accomplishments which satisfy and delight us. We thank you also for the disappointments and failures that lead us to acknowledge our dependence on you alone. Above all, we thank you for your Son, Jesus Christ, for the truth of his word and the example of his life, for his steadfast obedience by which he overcame temptation, for his dying, through which he overcame death, and for his rising to life again, in which we are raised to life of your kingdom. Grant us the gift of your Spirit, that we may know Christ and make him known, and through him at all times and in all places may give thanks to you in all things. Amen. So this week, we have pushed to pray prayers others have prayed. And in this prayer, I challenge us all, me included, to take time to be thankful, to consider all that the Lord has done for us, especially over this past week, and submit it to Him, a holy and wonderful offering. Thank you, Yosemite Church, and I pray you have a blessed day. May the Lord bless you and keep you.